Hi there, this is Anna. So we're going to talk about NQ, ES, and SPX on how the trade that happened today. And this is something that's important because, you know, we kind of forget about the bears that they do dance around. That they're going to come out or we still in the bullish camp. It doesn't matter if we did go down today, you know, that is, we're down like about, um, we'll say like more than 1.25 of ATR in ES and SPX. And you know, these things are important as far as knowing when to get in and when to get out, right? So, okay, let's talk about the SPX for now. Here I got stop out twice. I'm trying to go. I was short earlier. I went long and then I went short because of the bot that kind of like, okay, telling me why I should go short on here and stay short. Now, also, it doesn't matter if the bot is short. I am gonna try to go long around, you know, the 37.20 area because that is where is supposed to be returning to the mean to me at 618 level. Now, I got stop out there. I got stop out here. And then I went long here and went long here around here, and then I went long here. So you're not going to get everything right in trading as long as you know all the probability that you think that's going to work at least 95% of the time. So the deal about trading is that try to tell yourself, okay, it might work and it might not work. The bears might be like really looking to pull this down, and I need to just put on stop loss and take a break there and see where it's at, you know. And also, you know, you need to also look at and see if you, like I said, if you have the bot running and it definitely made a load of cheese today. That's really excellent. And returning to the mean when I said, you know, we'll go to 3,700 in what is that, SPX or ES, but this is really is like I was playing an SPX like at 90, 95. I think I have a 90 and 95 when I catch it here in the 70s. So I'm like, okay, the W pattern is there, might be here. So the 100% tag, and then at bottom here, this is a bullish candle, and then pull it down a little bit, you know, that to me, like, okay, that's a sign to re-entry. And if I zoom it, this one, you could really see where the W pattern goes. So here, okay, the bottom is right here at 3681. And then you have your floor here. After that bottom, you have your floor here at 3684, and you have another floor here at 3687. So you can either play in between here or here with this candle right here. Okay, your stop loss is going to be right here if you wanted tight stop loss, or here if you're really like you know, wasn't sure if this is going to go or not, or you could roll it over at the end of the day. You can do that too, but that's too risky when it's like close to 330. Anyway, so that is SPX. Like I said, I normally go long. If you have the stochastic, this is going to be like the lower uh the momentum, okay, going up. This is shaft, so this has some stochastics in it, and I like it. So that's like a W pattern. This zigzag will give you that. And this is a 1 minute bar since we are talking about just pure momentum trade on SPX. And I talked about this bullish candle here. This is a 3 candle formation here. You know, you have your floor here, the support, and then breaking up above the 32 HMA. So that is important. Breaking up here, breaking this level and finally getting into the level above, you know, like the S4. That's what I was aiming for. I'm like, okay, we are going to get there. I just don't know when, but we are going to get there. So that's the kind of thing that I'm looking for when I do trade SPX, even though I had some stop outs from earlier on. That doesn't mean, you know, the trade is done and we're not doing anything else besides that. Okay, you're gonna have to like really be creative and try to look for probability on your side. So, right, you got stop out like twice or three times. Does that mean that you're gonna stop trading and don't do anything else? That's the kind of thing that you have to think in mind, that you need to look at. Okay, so what happened there? What do I need to do next? So here's ES. Um, hold on. So here's the ES. So this orange bar here, orange, hold on, let me show it to you. Let's change these things up. Okay, so we could see better. So this orange here, um, this is an alert. If you don't have it, you can send me an email. If you have my if you had my indicator in the past that you bought it from me, I will send you a new one to add this on, because it will help you to see the BWAP on the trade. Okay, so here's that. So you can really see. So this arrow here is just a breaking down. We're not going to talk about that. It's just a breaking down and breaking up of the Darvas, which is good too. That means that, you know, the trend is going down. It's breaking out the box. It's breaking out the box. So that's what it means. So but the most important arrow here is the BWAP. When it breaks that, then it's short. Okay, so yes, coming down, breaking all the support here, 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 here. Now, okay, so fine, whatever. Here, down here, I am looking at ES. It was at, I think, close to the 90, um, yeah, the 90 points down. So it's like, there's no way that we're gonna close 90 points down, you know, not to go back to the ATR, like 20 points more push up. So I'm looking at this once it breaks the 32 HMA on the 5 minutes, and you can see these here, then, you know, this is going to be long. So that's the one that I was looking for right here, this W pattern here. We did go up here a little bit, but this is what I'm looking for. Okay, this is like an oversold state, and on the lower MPD bands, if you have the Ninja Trader, then this would show on the lower standard deviation as well, or probably even third. But anyway, but my point is that we are going to tag this level here, the S4 and probably S3, okay, and or the BWAP closely. But there's no way that we can be closing down here. That's, I don't know. Because we're still bullish. I mean, I'm not, you guys are gonna be sometimes probably like, oh my God, Anna, you're too blind to be bullish. I am sometimes, okay, I'm not gonna lie, but that's why I do kind of pay attention to my signal on the BWAP. If we are breaking it and we are making a crossover on a 32 HMA, so the 32 HMA cross the BWAP there, and that is definitely short. When all the candles, you know, below it or tagging by it, then that's still short. When it goes above and you get this bullish candle, that's when you're going to go long. Like here, it did kind of tag, you know, but it's still below that. So that means this is invalid, and you get this Marubozu candle, I believe. So that's still invalid as far as going long. Right here is your W pattern. This is where I want to see it. Going long here, I wanted to go long here around 11:45. Supposedly, okay, the trading when we are shorting is supposed to be done in 2 hours time frame, like at 9:30 to like 11:15 is supposed to be done by then. But no, we didn't. So we kind of like went along um the road as far as going down again until like 12:40, close to 1 o'clock. And then it started to kind of, change direction. So that's what you need to pay attention as far as either on the bullish side, it's the same thing. So this is orange. Okay, so if we are go above the BWAP, so that's here, this is from Thursday, breaking up. So what do you need to know as far as breaking up here is that if you're not sure that, so this one I got the signal here, but I didn't have a confirmation, the second confirmation in the candle to be red. So you can't take that down. You can't take it for shorting. So if you get a candle and then you have a green for the BWAP, there's a volume there, you kind of need to wait to get another candle to confirm that trade to go above the 32 HMA once it crosses there. So it crosses here, okay, but this still like unsure. But here, if you have the bullish candle, the second candle, that's definitely that's a good way to know. And you are right in the middle of the pivot. So that's even a telltale sign to like, okay, this is probably going to go up. And then try to, tag the R1 and R2 on ES. So that's just the BWAP signal volume that I had recently. So here is the NQ. NQ is the same thing. Okay, as far as I told you, I was shorting this thing. I was long and then I went short, and I got out of okay, I think I was out at 800 level. I thought it will go long around S2, and we didn't. So we still continue to go down. I didn't see any sign at the candle that we are gonna pull up. So I left it alone. I did got stop out, I don't know, probably twice as well too from the open and here, but I catched it um, right around here at 12:45. This bullish candle is almost the same thing as the ES. This W pattern here, do not disregard these because this is a very important pattern on a W formation. Okay, and you get these candle full candle on a 5 minutes and going above the 32 HMA and passing this lower MPD bands is long. Okay, when you see these making that W pattern, this is the low and going above that, you go long. I mean, you, as much as you want to short, it should be done shorting because it's more than, NQ normally runs 200 points ATR, but that's way overboard, coming down here. Uh, that's also the reason why that I thought that, okay, this probably is, oversold and then it needs to go where it's supposed to be going. And I think that that's 12,700 from that area is feasible, even though, coming from this 575 or, 580 level, um, if you don't think that far, you're not going to get there. So try to think by the boxes. So this is your 12, this is 676 area, here's the here's that the 732 in the S4 area that I thought we might be going there. but we didn't. So I'm only like targeting this high, wherever this gap right here. This is where the support lies. Okay, as long as um, we have to go higher above 700. We are not going to go here or back to the 800 level or 750 level unless we go to above this area right here on 700, 720 in NQ. And that's what I'm looking for. So, but we're still bullish. I'm not going to be lying and tell you that I'll be shorting tonight. We might, go up a little bit here tonight and then go down at EU session, and we pull up ourselves like Tuesday, 9:30. So I feel like we have some rotation coming in. Um, Earlier, I said to you guys, I said at open, we probably gonna sell. I did say that, okay, because we pull up on EU session, there's probability that we are gonna go short at open. So watch for those sell. And even at the time, like at 8:30, they start selling. So those things are kind of like, a pattern to me nowadays, that they do it like a couple times where we go up on EU session and then we go down at open, and then we go pull up back again. But this time we actually did trend um, on Monday, first trading day of the year. Okay, anyway, I feel like I talked too much on these, but I'm trying to explain to you as far as the importance of seeing patterns. So here's the same thing. So here's your orange arrow with the volume coming on the YM. If you don't trade YM, you are missing out, because this is a good opportunity trading YM. So here's the 2 o'clock trade from the last trading day. So these arrows are, so, it's hard to trade on sideways formation. Okay, but once we pull up above it, then there's your definitely a good entry, to go long there, especially when we go above the pivot. So what it's taking to account is that breaking support resistance, this is low. If you want to do that, to look for those lows and enter it here, you can do that. Or if you wanted to do a halfway move on the equilibrium level as far as the VWAP, I think that is a good trade. And there's more let's say probability to go in your favor as far as going above the VWAP, because everybody is trading the VWAP. So they kind of like know the strategy to go long. So everybody is going long, and you don't want to be on the other side. So that's that. So if you like I said, if you don't have the indicator for I know you don't, because this is new. It's inbox me if you get the indicator before from me. Um, Inbox me and I'll send it to you. And if you never did have any indicators from me, DM me, and I'll let you know as far as how much it goes on the indicator on that I use in having the zigzag of the best tool there is, knowing the W pattern, and knowing when is when, and having the pivots, the right pivots on your chart is very important. So that's YM. Let's go to GC. GC was amazing. Okay, so GC, we are long GC from the 1880. I don't know if I showed you my I think I didn't, but anyway, let's talk about GC. So here last night, since the futures opened last night, we talk about this, that there's possibility this would go to the 1942s area, and that was my target, and it went to 1948 as far as the high for the day, and this could pull all the way up to the 1998. Now at open, there's probability that this will return to the mean at 1933 and go back up again to the 1960s. Okay, so we need to break the 1948 at the high because that's where it's running on that right now. So we break that high, then I'm looking for the 1960 and then the 1976 area on GC. So wait for the pullback. And like what happened last night, like I told you last night when, GC was going higher, we were at the 1930s, I believe. And then I said, okay, well, wait for the pullback to the VWAP and then go long. So, sorry, doing that. So right there. Okay, let's go to silver. Silver was amazing today. Uh, some of you don't trade silver, but if you do, you know, it's a very good trading actually in silver. So here, last night, going to be WAP, okay, breaking. So here's the VWAP indicator with the volume on silver. If there's not enough volume there, this would not come out, but still, valid because it passed the VWAP. I just wanted to see if there's a volume behind it. That's the reason that I have that indicator. But anyway, and so we went higher here on R3, and then after that, we actually pulled back to the VWAP, and then here we go higher again, and then all day today at the EU session, we gone high. So here we gone higher here. So if we don't break the high, that's an M pattern right there. So this is why the zigzag is very important. It really is like help you to really see the pattern as far as on the resistance. So silver 27.76 high. If we didn't break that, here's your 32 HMA, try to target this low right here, the 27.56 level or the VWAP. Okay, so it'll be here. That's going to be your level because you have to connect the lines of the silver and the VWAP as well when you have the Darvis. So that's how you read that. You could even do the 15 minutes if you wanted to. So it'd show. Okay, so here. So this is going to be like an M pattern right here where this is high. Okay, this is your low. That means like, okay, so this is where I wanted to exit if I am coming from the high. If you want to do support resistance, try to watch and see where the break it happens and have the 32 HMA on the 5-minute time frame. Very important. And then, exiting on the VWAP or try to trail when you hit your target. Those are important things that you need to do when hitting targets. So that's silver. Let's go to CL. CL kind of this is very funny to me. Okay, so we went higher to 49.83. I know how many times I did say this is actually really good. Okay, we're back to 47.18, and now the recent low, I think it's at 46 level area. So let's go look at that because I wanted to go long in it. You need to be catching this low. So from here to here, so you have the pivots here, the 47. So this might even go down to like 46 area. Okay, because we already broke down this level. So let's go see that. So we need to take out the pivots. Okay. Here we go. So disregard all those whatever stuff in there because there's too many things going on. What I want you to pay attention is the Darvis. So the Darvis have the 46.29 Okay, that is going to be your support. So it's a 47.17. If we do go higher again, we are going to tag the 48.22. Okay, so the 48.22 is the important level. Okay, if we did go below this box right here, we are possibly going to 46.29 to 45.15. That is your level. Okay, 45.15 on the low side, 46.25 on the low side. And if we break up above this level of the 47.54, I am looking for here 48.23, this high, possibly 48.81 to this high to the 92, or even at the 49 level to 50. Okay, we have to break the 47.50 on CL. So, okay, that's that. You guys have a nice evening. That is just a recap on what I think that's going to happen. And I'm probably going to do another video on night futures or whatever open that we're going to be doing tonight. Okay. Have a good night. Thanks.